Despite being the fifth largest travel destination and ranked as the seventh largest economy in the world, Italy has one of the worst labor markets in Europe. It is facing some of the highest rates of long-term unemployment and the lowest employment rate, which is far from the target of 70% of the working-age population that the European Union has set for 2010. The question at hand is, are there no jobs or are there no workers?
There are those who say that the problem is the lack of a more flexible labor force, and that's true.
The flexibility of the labor force lies in the fact that 12.3% of Italy's total population of 58 million have temporary contracts without holiday, health insurance, and maternity leave.
Let's say Euro has affected employment. I would say that Euro has affected the capacity of a salary to get you to the end of the month.
The perspective of employed workers begs to differ. There have been economic repercussions as a result of adapting to the many changes brought upon by the euro.
And I hope it's better, but I'm not sure because every year they say the same things. Italy will better, we change, but tax is always the same, work always the same.
At present, the rate of female employment in Italy stands at just over 45%.
Italian law protects family in a very strong way.
Female employment reaches 67.5% among 25 to 34-year-olds, but then decreases as women decide to raise a family to 55.5%.
It's an Italian problem. The problem for the women is a more easy start, but the problem is later. Later, you're not sure you have a fixed work.
Women face greater difficulties juggling a family and their careers. With government support, women are able to break out of the traditional role and balance their lives.
There's almost no daycare centers, something that's very highly developed in France, and which again are pretty typical of Scandinavian and other Northern European countries, but which aren't really available in Italy.
In order to see change in the Italian workforce, securities and employment benefits must be prioritized by the government.
The key is if you create more security for people in the sense that people know that they will have something to fall back on, both in terms of what happens when they're unemployed and what happens, for example, in terms of job training. You know, most people go to college for a very long time, but then can't go back to college or other kinds of training programs after they've entered the workforce. These are all things that Holland and Britain have done as a part of moving towards more flexible employment.
With the European Union targeting a 70% employment rate for the working age population by 2010, hopefully Italy will follow in the footsteps of other European Union countries that have maintained positive workforce statistics. This is Celestina, Roddy, and Kriste Marciulionis reporting for the Matthew Online.